Hi, today we will study about Java programming. First of all, introduction of Java. Java is a popular third generation object-oriented programming language. It was developed by Sun Microsystems Company of USA in 1991. Java is simple, distributed, interpreted, robust, secure, portable, multi-threaded and dynamic language. James Gosling and Patrick Newton are the father of Java. Java is well suited for standalone and web application development. History of Java. In 1990, Patrick Newton and James Gosling with his co-worker started a secret project called Green in Sun Microsystems Company. Over there, they developed a language called Oak. Oak was the name given by Gosling to this language because the oak tree standing outside his office. Oak was renamed as Java in 1995. This is a brief history of Java version that releases by Sun Microsystems Company. In 1995, JDK Beta first version of the Java was released by James Gosling, and publicly on 23rd Jan 1996 they releases first version of Java, that was Java 1 or JDK 1. We can look here, JDK 1.0 or Java 1 was the first version released by them. Now, types of Java programs. There are basically 4 types of Java programs, standalone programs. These are like simple C and C++ programs. These programs can read and write files and perform certain operations that applet cannot do. For example, management, software creation like library, inventory management, salary management, development, and antivirus making, media players making. All these tasks can be done with the help of standalone applications. These applications run on CMD, command prompt, and their output also shown in command prompt. Next is applets. These are the small programs developed for internet applications. These are graphical in nature and their output is always shown on either on Applet Viewer or on Internet Explorer. They will run from command prompt, but output will show on Applet Viewer or on browser. Types of Java program. Next is servlet. Servlet are also graphical program. These are the Java programs that run on web server. Means to execute these programs we need a web server. These generate dynamic web contents. You can look here, it is an example. I developed a servlet program and it is the output of it. Next is Java ME mobile edition. These are specially designed for building application for small devices like mobile phone, iPod, tablet, etc. Now we'll discuss about the feature of Java. There are various features of Java. First is compiled and interpreted. Java is compiled and interpreted language. Java compiler first translates Java source code into bytecode, and after that Java interpreter generate machine code from the bytecode that run on the computer. Thus Java is compiled and interpreted. We can look here. First source code will compiled by compiler into bytecode, and after this bytecode will converted to output by interpreter. Interpreter will convert bytecode into machine code, and machine code will go to operating system and will generate output. Next feature is platform independent and portable. Java application program written in one operating system can able to run on any operating system. So Java is platform independent language, and this feature of Java is called VORA, write once and run anywhere. Java programs, it is after compilation it will convert it to bytecode, and this bytecode can execute on any operating system with the help of JVM, Java Virtual Machine. A Java program in bytecode can be transferred to any system without any difficulty, and then JVM at that system will convert it into the machine code by the help of Java interpreter. So Java is portable language. Portability of Java is due to only this bytecode, because as soon as we will transfer it on different operating system, so JVM present on this operating system will convert this bytecode into machine code according to the operating system. Next feature is object oriented. Java is object-oriented programming language because it supports 5 concepts of OOPs, which are class, inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation. That's why it is known as object-oriented language. We can look here, it is an object. First concept, its class is animal. Second, its identity is rabbit. Third, its properties are color, weight and height of it. And fourth, its behavior are eating, running, jumping and so on. Next feature is data hiding and encapsulation. Data hiding prevents the user of an object from directly access the data members of the class. It completely encapsulates an object's data members. We can look here, it is a class which contains private and public members. Private members are totally hidden within the class. We cannot access outside this class to these members with any object. But public members are unprotected. We can use them, or we can access these public members outside their class with the help of an object. So private make data hidden. And encapsulation is the concept in which we cover the data members and member function together in a single unit, that is class, is known as encapsulation. Next feature is distributed. Java is distributed language because it allows multiple programmers to at multiple remote locations to collaborate and work together on a single project. We can look here, these are two machine A, machine B, connected with the help of internet. This is caller calling to this object, so they are communicating from different locations. That's why they can work on a single project from different locations. That's why it is known as distributed language. Secure language. Java is provided a wide range of protection from virus and malicious program. It ensures that there will be no damage and no security will be broken. So Java is secure language. We can look here, it is Java application which for its execution directly come into the environment of operating system and use the operating system environment for its execution, while in case of Java application come in the contact of JVM, Java Virtual Machine, which is its own environment for execution. And after executing its source code, and a bytecode will generated and bytecode will converted to machine code. This machine code will go to the operating system for execution. So operating system is getting everything from JVM for its execution. So Java program is dependent on JVM, not on operating system. That's why Java is secure language. Java is secure language because it does not direct deal with operating system. It works with JVM, not directly with operating system. Next is robust, reliable language. Java has strict runtime and compile time checking for data types. Java puts a lot of emphasis on early checking for possible errors, so Java is robust language. Every variable we declared in Java first have to initialize some value. Without initialization we cannot use them. This makes Java as a robust language. Now we will talk about JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Java Virtual Machine translate bytecode into machine code. Java Virtual Machine translate bytecode into machine code or binary code. This process is called just-in-time compilation JIT. The JVM is the environment in which Java program execute. Each operating system has different JVM. However, the output they produce after execution of bytecode is same across all the operating system. That is why we call Java as platform independent language. We can look here, it is bytecode generated by Java compiler. This bytecode will go to the JVM, and within JVM interpreter will convert this bytecode into binary code line by line, and this binary code will go to the operating system one by one, and operating system will convert it into the output. Like this a Java program work. And due to this bytecode, Java program can run on any operating system because JIT or just-in-time compilation present on just-in-time compilation will convert bytecode into machine code according to that operating system. Now we'll talk about JDK, Java Development Kit. It is a kit which contains some basic tools or required things for Java program execution. Like it contains Java Runtime Environment, Development Tools, Java Virtual Machine and Java Library. It is a development environment for building Java application. It is a complete development kit that includes JRE, Java Runtime Environment, compilers, and various toolkits like JavaDoc, Java Debugger, etc. to compile and run Java programs. And we read JDK must be installed on the computer. This image can explain you everything. Now, component of JDK. Component JDK Java. First component is JavaIC. It is Java compiler, which converts source code into bytecode. Next is Java. It is Java interpreter, which converts bytecode into machine code. Next is Applet Viewer. It is used basically for applet program to show output of them. Next is Java Disassembler. It converts a source code into Java program description. Now, what is bytecode? When Java compiler Java compiles source code, then it converts it into a special code known as bytecode. It is also known as .class file. This is an assembly language code which is neither readable to human nor to machine. We can look here source code after compilation convert to bytecode. Java bytecode is a low-level representation of a Java source code. It can be executed using the Java interpreter because interpreter will convert it into machine code or binary code. Now we will talk about compiler. It is a special software or program present in JDK that converts Java source code into bytecode or assembly code by removing all syntax error from the program. Compiler converts the entire program into bytecode at once, and if any errors is found in the program, it makes the list of the error and will display display that list on the screen for correction. It is Java source code. Java compiler will convert will compile the source code and convert into the .class file or bytecode. Now we'll talk about interpreter. It is software present in JDK that converts bytecode into machine code or binary code. It converts code into binary format line by line. It is bytecode. Interpreter will convert it into output or binary code line by line. If any error found at any line of the bytecode, the program execution will stop at once, and at that point and program will crash. So it is a thing to understand that bytecode will convert into output line by line, not entire bytecode will convert to output at once. This line by line conversion of the bytecode into machine code is called just-in-time compilation, JIT. Now Java library. Java class library JCL is a set of dynamically loadable library that Java application can call at runtime. A Java library contains useful code that implements in many common programming tasks. When we write a new Java programs, we usually combine our new code with code extracted from this library. To facilitate the process of execution, Java compiler and JVM must access this library. It is a look of Java library. It is not entire library. These are not all classes. It is a just summary. It is Java library contain packages IO, Lang, Applet, utility package, net, and these are the few classes which are present in package. It contain output stream, input stream, object class, and all these classes. The structure of Java program is like this. First we will import package, then we will take class, then method. After method we will take statement, expression, and tokens. So first the class declaration. The first line, class simple program, declare a class which is an object oriented concept. Java is true object oriented language, and therefore everything must be placed inside a class. It is a structure of class. Class is keyword which is used to declare a new class. Simple program is the valid Java identifier to identify the class by this name. Class name should start with capital letter. It is suggestion, not a rule. Class name should start with capital letter. Braces. Braces are used to make body blocks, or we can say body of the class. Every class in Java begins with an opening braces and ends with closing braces. These braces makes the body of the class in which we perform all operations. These braces are used to group all the commands together. All the commands are together will combine by these braces. Main line. Public static void main is main function or method of the program. Execution of a Java program start from main function. A Java program must have single main method. A Java application can have a number of classes, but only one class out of those classes can have main method. So it is a starting point, and program execution always start from main. Output line. System.out.println Java is the output line. It is the printing statement in Java, like it is similar to the printf function of C and cout command of C++. Since Java is true object oriented language, every method must be part of object. So we can look here. Println method is a method of out object, which is a static member of system class. This println will access by out object, and out object will access by system class. And after that, we will anything we will give in double quote will printed as such on the screen. And if we put variable over here, the values of variable will be printed on screen. Now, parts of the main line. Parts of the main lines means we will discuss the meaning of these public static void main string arguments. First is the keyword public is the access specifier that indicates the main method as unprotected interface, making it and therefore making it accessible to all the class in a program. Public makes main method unprotected, so every class of the program, every class of the application can make its object in main method and can execute itself. A static keyword makes the main method as one that belongs to the entire class. The main must always be declared as static, since the interpreter uses this method before any object is created. Void keyword indicates that method will not return any value. Main method is declared as void because in Java main does not return any value. String is the class. An argument args is the array. It is a string array. This string array takes the output by command line argument, which we can given at the time of compilation. It is one thing to understand here. Anything we pass at the compile time, at the time of execution to the program from command prompt will accept by the main function with the help of arguments array in the form of string object. Any type of value we will pass will treat it as string array. Thanks for watching. If you like this, you can share it with your friends.